Writers, let's talk about figurative language and how you can start incorporating more thoughtful and meaningful prose into your writing. Figurative language is one of those things that often sets apart a commercial writer from a literary writer, though any good writer is always going to incorporate it into their work because it's a really great way of making your writing speak more loudly to the reader. In this video, I'm going to give you one easy step towards improving your own figurative language, and it starts like this. A woman walks into a room wearing a red dress. Now, as a writer, you have a choice here. You could just leave it at red dress. That's fine. We get the image. We understand what's happening. You could also change the word to a different word for red, crimson or scarlet, or you could go a little bit deeper. Metaphors are by nature a comparison. So to start, I'm going to ask you to think about some other things that are red. Wine or blood or stained glass or, I don't know, raw meat. We'll stick with those four for now. Once you have those images, then think about what connotations or associations do they have for you. Wine, for example, has a connotation of fun or partying or maybe like a higher class snooty, society. It also, on the other hand, could have connotations of drunkenness or gluttony. Blood makes me think of danger, either inflicted upon or by a person, so that goes both ways. Stained glass is an image that definitely makes me think of a church, and associations that I have with a church, are piety or chastity or, depending on how religion is reflected in your story, maybe opulence or corruption or strict rules. And as for raw meat, there's definitely a connotation there of butchery, of food, or honestly, even vulnerability just from the word raw. Each of those meanings for those four words casts an incredibly different light on that woman wearing that red dress. And it's up to you as the writer to decide which one you want to convey in your book. It comes down to tone and figuring out what meaning you want to convey to your reader and how to create an image that leads your reader to that meaning. If her Cabernet skirt spills over her hips to drip on the floor behind her in a glittering train, how does that feel different than a fragile woman who stands like stained glass in her gown as if she was put together by an artist who took her sharp pieces and put her up in a window where no one can touch her? How does a dress the color of a rare steak that has the other members of the party licking their chops for a bite differ in tone from a sleek gown the color of blood left to puddle in the cobblestones on a dark night? Each of these images carries an incredibly different tone, and I'm telling you, specificity is your friend here. At the end of the day, it could just be a red dress. That's fine, but it doesn't have to be. There's so much more to learn when it comes to writing figuratively. This is just, as the metaphor goes, the tip of the iceberg. If you're interested in learning more about figurative writing, let me know in the comments. And in the meantime, happy writing.